Oh yes, I see.
So do you remember
yes,
Riley the Malinois?
Yes.
Very friendly male we trained back in August. This is her housemate.
Oh, he's getting hugs.
So he was dropped off at a shelter around 8 months old. He was then returned twice.
Oh, he's giving me hugs.
So he is currently on his 4th home with his current owner.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, this is the forever home now.
Yes.
Yeah, they're very dedicated.
He wasn't the original one that needed the training. Riley needed it because she was like really causing stress. Once she came home fully trained, they were like, huh, this would be good for Barry too.
Right.
Right?
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah. He has an alter ego named Gary. Gary is not aggressive, but Gary is overexcited and crazy. So he's Barry when he's calm, and they say he's a big baby and a big sweetheart, and then he turns into Gary when he doesn't listen.
I love it. Okay, which one am I getting now? I think I got a little bit of Gary down
He
there.
is huge. Look at those teeth.
He's a big boy, but he seems to be
Wow.
pretty friendly.
Owner has used e-collar only for off-leash, and he basically understands it to mean, like, come back to me right now.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
He did tell me that. He gave me that heads up. So he's familiar with the e-collar sensation at least, but only being corrected when he's off doing something or needs to come back or whatever.
I asked any big goals, and owner just said, like, all the commands, like heel, come, stay.
He's going to be a good, valuable boy. He also has a leg that has been a replaced knee.
Oh,
recently.
yeah, that's right. Because they timed
Really
Riley's
last year or
training for when he was coming back because they didn't want him recovering from surgery and having Riley, like, all over him.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's just that to know. Huge.
He's huge.
He did try to pee on me, so we were sitting there talking, and he lifted a leg, and I luckily just dodged it, but he nonchalantly tried to mark me. So we'll get into that. So and he also said he's very, very smart. You know, it doesn't surprise me. And his disposition seems friendly, but he got dropped off with his owner, though, with me, and he didn't seem suspicious towards me, but I don't know how he'll be if he sees a stranger out of nowhere. I don't know how that'll be, if they have any issues with that. I mean, he's a shepherd, so we'll see.
Yeah, so day one, we're just, like, getting to know
I
him.
did one recall.
We do tone
So
recall,
far.
make sure we can get him over to us with the tone, and then a very basic stay. And then we just build on that. Tomorrow we'll do thresholds.
I really
Tomorrow
like
we'll do long line recall outside.
Yeah, so we're gonna do basic stuff. But really today, yes, we start that recall because you need it in the stay, because that's like the basic stuff. And so the rest of the relationship, me conveying to him that I'm the leader around here, so that he understands that it's best to listen to me. And I'll do that by claiming food with the pack of dogs. I'll have other dogs down here. He'll see I'm controlling other dogs. He'll see that I might be stopping him if he tries to do something. So he'll see really quick that I'm controlling the pack, therefore I have that leverage around here. Now, if he agrees with it or not is another story. He might say, oh, okay, this is the guy to listen to, and that's it. Or he might say, no, I'm the guy, and now he's going to have a problem with me, right? Which doesn't mean aggression necessarily. It could just be a temper tantrum. Like puppies do that. They're like, no, I'm not listening to you or anybody. And then there's temper tantrum. So, or it could be aggression, right? We don't know. I don't know until we get to the bridge where it's like I'm leading and the dog's saying, no, you're not, I am.
Yeah.
And that conversation is where you see it. But you can go your whole life going around that if you want. You can see that conversation's happening and just let the dog do the
Here's
dog
an
lead.
opportunity for a recall.
So I'm going to, so you can see his legs a little.
Yeah.
He doesn't really bear his weight on it.
Aw.
All right.
He lucked out with his current family.
So we did one
surgery
recall.
and training.
Yeah, right.
Turned you into a $10,000 dog.
Yeah, he's going to end up being very, very valuable. A very valuable
Well, he likes that.
Yeah, so we had one recall. He was all over the room, which I wanted him to explore the room when we first came in. And then I said, well, let's start with a recall. And I open up a door over there. I say, hey, don't go in there. He goes in there anyway. I recall him, correct him for not coming back to me. And then once we dealt with that, it was loving, and he's being like this, right? So right off the bat, we had a conversation about who's leading. That's what it was with that recall. Good. And I'm sure there's many more to come because this guy seems a little pushy about everything. So far, he has not been even a little bit sketchy towards me so far. He's been nothing but nice. Jumping a little bit when he wanted to connect with me. But I'm going to teach him that I can still love on you very efficiently by you just standing here because you're huge. I can just do this. So he's learning some alternatives. Rig, let's get the dogs.
Rig!
Have him hang out with you to see how he reacts to the sight of the dogs. The vacuum's going off up there. But. So watch. What does he do? Is he going to try to do with the situation, or is he going to let me do with the situation?
It's real alert.
I'm not telling him no or nothing. If he makes a mistake, I'll correct you with Rig and stay. And then I'll send him away, because I want a clear decision. What are you going to do? If he barks, then I will correct him. Or if he tries to go deal with the situation, which just happens to be dogs right now, could be a squirrel, a person.
Whining.
There's a whine, so it's getting to know him now. This is a good dog. Good boy. Very good. Stay.
Can't stay.
No. Oh no.
Like every dog who comes in, basic stay. Can't do it. Stay means come, and come means run the other way.
Oh, right, opposites, right. He's gonna try to be.
And now he's stressed. Right now he's stressed because it's like no one's ever enforced it like this before.
Oh.
Correction.
Stay.
Context. Good.
Yes, baby.
Praise.
Good boy. That's a good baby, good boy. Yes. He's very big. If he wants to go somewhere, he's going.
He is huge.
He was pulling me to the house, and I was like, I don't think I could walk him.
Yeah, you're going pavement skiing.
I mean, I'm not
and
that
there's
strong.
the sit. He made
Good
a choice.
boy.
Good job.
Good boy. This will settle his brain.
Yep.
Clear, like, how we move around. Now is permission based. Him, like, just pushing out a door and that kind of mentality actually does garner a lot of stress, and they listen less. These are little checks of hierarchy. You want to get out this magical portal, this resource here that we both want to go out? I go first, or I tell you. Like, I get to decide. This is just, the reason why it works this way is because this is how dogs are. This isn't like my philosophy or something that I came up with or something. This is literally how they'll treat each other. So they'll fight over who goes out the door first. You see it, right? And so I'm just saying no to the door, and he's smart enough to know that. Dogs are pretty smart. And now it's just about hierarchy. Well, who gets to decide, right? And some dogs will fight you for that. Well, pretty much all dogs will fight you for that. The fight might look different. Little temper tantrum from a puppy or something versus full-on aggression attack you. Both of them just to dispute the hierarchy. Like, no, I say how it goes. So as I'm relaying this, I'm relaying to you how the dogs are doing it, and therefore how I do the same thing. Basically, I'm not on all fours sniffing butts, but I'm another animal playing within the game with a hierarchy, claiming resources. This is a lot about resources you'll learn. But once he decides that I'm the leader, this isn't a problem anymore because he's just listening, okay? So, and there is maintenance to that hierarchy. So just because I can become leader to all these dogs here, I can get out into that yard and just be that guy, doesn't mean there's not maintenance. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna wake up in a week or two and somebody over here is testing, right? My job is to, if I see testing, I get up and deal with it, right? I don't let it manifest into a problem for the pack or the family. So as a leader, you have to first gain the position, which is hard, and then maintain it. And your dogs won't challenge you that often. Being realistically, if you're a good leader and you're on top of things, it's here and there you might have a challenge from a guy like this. I get one from Riggy I would say I get one from Riggy maybe every quarter to every 6 months. There's a little something I have to talk to him. He's a living thing, okay? So they try things every now and then. You just say, hey, most of mine and Riggin's arguments now or disagreements are like verbal. I just say no, and he just doesn't. It doesn't get to the point where we're having a brawl, right? But if he was younger and we met, he would give me something, right? So, good. Being very patient. And he also has a very sweet side. I like that sweet, innocent side he's got. I think that's good for just hanging out around the house. I don't need him to be super tough. And
that's Barry.
I just want
Gary.
Yeah, so I like Barry. When we see Gary, we're going to correct Gary.
Yes.
And then when we see Barry, we're going to say good. And Gary's going to go bye-bye. He's going to be a story of the past. He's going to be a myth.
So sorry. Dropped my phone. We're having a funeral for Gary.
We'll have a funeral when he leaves, yeah. Good. All right, so this is very good, but it gets harder now. So now he stays and I go out the resource. Look, when I put my hands up, it's telling you, I let him make choice. So I'm not going to stop him here. I'm not going to correct prematurely. I'm not going to tell him to sit, nothing. Because he knows, just as I know, it's about the research, it's about this. I said no to this. And so he said, oh.
Riggins is getting impatient.
Stay. Let him make a choice. This is how he's going to learn the value of my words, right? And the underspoken rules of resources and how he has to have permission now. So I will give him hints. You'll see, I'll tell him to stay. But I'm not going to make him stay. If he wants to come out, he'll get a correction, like a big boy. And he'll be put back in there like a big boy. And he'll be told to stay again at the door, like a big boy. Okay? So I say that because the maturity level needs to go up. He's impatient like a toddler, right? Like, I need that. So the method here is don't do it, and then let them do it, but correct them for doing it. That's the method, and that's how you get rid of this stuff, the bad behavior, the barking or anything. It's like, don't do that. And then they don't listen, they continue to do it, there has to be a correction. So, while I'm here, I said don't go out the door, I said stay, right? He can go out the door though. He'll just receive a correction and we'll reset. By the end of this, by the end of today, he'll have that lesson to sleep on, and tomorrow, he'll be much better at it, right? I'm not going to tell him to SIT or DO or WN, nothing like that. If he does it on his own, I'm going to praise him heavily. All right? Right now, it's just about resources. He doesn't have to know a lick of training for me to claim my food in my hand, or a dog, or a person, or a bed, or even a door. He understands this innately, so I can come into the relationship like that. I don't have to come in as a trainer first. I usually come in dog whispering first, later the training on top, or simultaneously. But the dog whispering stuff is how I get them to understand my relationship, how you need to treat your human in the hierarchy of the pack. Right now, I think that he sees the humans as a separate thing. The dogs got their thing, and then the humans are a thing. You know, they're not part of the hierarchy in the way that you would want to be. They're not respected in the hierarchy the way that you would want to be. So we have to play the game, if you will. He's willing to play the game, we're willing to play the game. All we're going to do is start checking him, right? Stay at the door, doesn't say at the door, correction. Heal, you don't heal, correction. Checking him throughout the day, he'll stop needing it, right? It's a shift in his mentality. First, our mentality, right? Of course, but we already got that. So then his shift in his mentality will be, I'm a follower, not a leader. Right now, he thinks he's a leader. You want to know how I know? First-hand experience, I grabbed the leash.
Yeah.
And all these dogs here would never do that, right? Because they know who I am, because I have that reputation. This guy doesn't know my reputation and that I have the control of the pack, right? So he treats me like any other human. I get that moment before I start training and before I claim the position as leader, where he'll just treat me like everybody else. And I got treated like he treats everybody else. And it was uncomfortable, even though he wasn't being aggressive. He was just treating me like a ragdoll thing. Open the door, you know, like. So now I wake him up and say, no, I'm going to play the hierarchical game, and I'm claiming leader, and you're a follower, all right? And so that's what this is. That's all this is. Break. Good boy. All right. Let's do this. Good, look at that. That's what I like. Good, okay, good. Stay. No. I'm claiming my personal space right now. So like if he gets like a foot, I'm just using my body to tell him, I don't want that right now. Sometimes before they become fully trained or domesticated feeling, you have to speak more like them and then bring it to our world. So a lot of claiming of my space in these first few days with a dog like this, very pushy. I have to let him know, don't touch me right now. Don't come in my space. I'm gonna go deal with that and you're not. See, this is a big deal. This is why he pulls on a leash, this is why he doesn't listen. He sees something he wants to deal with, and then, is he gonna let me? So, you stay. No. See it? See it? Look.
Good.
See how I lost my body? Do you see my body? Do you see how I squared up on him a little bit? And then once he started, and I stayed there. I held that social pressure of, what are we doing here? I was addressing him, if you will. As soon as he started to soften, I turn my body away from him. And then if he stands up, I turn my body back around to him. Making it very clear, you're not involved right now, and this is a hierarchical thing. This isn't training. I know I said stay, but I really don't even have to. It can be with just grunts if I wanted to, right? It's just resource, a thing he wants or needs, he exercises. Now, here's another, it's gonna get complicated here. Barry and Gary. Barry ain't so hot either though. Because this is Barry right now. He's not being that bad, but I think Barry in there still maybe uses charm. So another way that a dog will try to get out of trouble is charm. So first thing he did to me when he made a mistake, and he knew he made a mistake, and I said, dude, you can't be doing that. Nuzzled up to me, post-correction or pre-correction or whatever, before it was finished to try to negate. So a dog will fight, they will flee, right? Fight, flight. They will freeze, to deal with a situation of high stress even. But some of them even know how to use charm. And it's these domesticated dogs. You're probably not going to see it with a wolf, I don't know. But with domesticated dogs, they can use charm to de-escalate the situation and escape the consequence, and then just do the bad thing again. So when he tried to do that to me, I said no, and I corrected again for my space, and then I got submission. But I don't think he's used to submitting. I think he's used to manipulating a little bit. So Barry's smart. Barry is very smart. So he knows how to manipulate a little bit. I'm being very black and white right now. No, don't do this. And he's like, well, can I do this? And I'm like, no, don't do anything. He's trying to wiggle his way, his decision into the boat, trying to make a boat what we're going to do and stuff. So I'm going to go grab the dogs here. Come here, guys. Hi. Hello, sweetie. Grab a little fur. Can I get from your fur? Grab a little fur. And he can get the scent of the dogs off from me. This is big, right? If he wants to know about something, let me go explore it first. I'll come back and get it off from me. It just totally tells him. If this was food that I was claiming, he would smell the food on me, right? I'm not even talking to Barry as much as I'm talking to the brain of the dog. So not even the personality that you have conjured up here, right? Or developed with him. It's just
the core.
It's the dog, the shepherd, whatever's going on in there. Not Barry first. We'll put Barry back. I'll think about Barry as soon as we went through that brain to see what's in the primitive side. That's what I do. I have to see what's going on, what's his responses, to really understand him. Thinking Barry. If I was thinking Barry, I would be very emotional right now because he's over here doing this. But I'm thinking big dog, dangerous situation. I need to talk to his brain to gain control here. Everybody knows that I have good intentions. And once this de-escalates, everybody can calm down and let's see that it was worth listening to me. But if I see Barry, I'm just going to go, oh, right? So you see, if
we make no progress.
Right? I can't. So I see Shepherd right now.
Look at how stressed he is just because you told him to stay, though.
He's not allowed to go up to resources,
yes.
Right?
So he's like, oh my God, what is my life? I usually get away with this.
Right, so. But look, our relationship's going to be really tight, though. Like we're going to have a tight bond. This is going to make us tighter. All right, so now what I'm going to do. All right, Barry. You're a good boy. Great. That's a good dog. Yes, you are. Barry's got a lot of goods to his personality. He is sweet, and he does have a softer demeanor. From what I've seen, I haven't seen Gary, and I love that about him. Let's see what he does with a dominant male and a little fluffy female. Free. My presence will change things. They're doing their thing.
Natural.
Now, Reagan walks away because he can't hump and go any further because he gets in trouble from me. What he would want to do next is try to hump. And if this guy is not going to let him,
there's the fight, yeah.
So you're not seeing the full thing. But I know what I'm looking at with the microsigns. I can see microsigns to see what they're thinking. He wants to hump. He
doesn't know what he can do now.
He wasn't submissive though.
No.
So that's important, Josh. So he didn't go,
belly up, yeah.
He said, who are you? And he had a posture. Even though he can't go too crazy with his posture now because me and him are doing a thing. I'm claiming a position that he was I took his crown of leader. And so this is what's happening here. He will build back up, but not as a leader. All of his confidence was in his bad habits of how he controlled the environment. Those aren't working, so now he's insecure. So that's why you see when a dog who's more dominant and controlling the household kind of thing, you see an insecure side first before they get the confidence back, because then the confidence has to be rebuilt with a new skill, following the leader. And then they will be confident, but they're not in that mode where they're leading. They're not confident in being the leader and controlling. They're confident in following. They know that they're confident in you, that you can deal with everything, and they just kind of take a back seat, like these two. They're not worried about a thing throughout the day. They know we've got everything. I knock on the door, I don't even know if they hear it, right? We don't want them to be responding, right? If you want to train your dog to be a guard dog or a protection dog, that's a whole different thing. This is the opposite here. This is, I got control, you just stay. That's what we needed for pets. It gets a little weird when you're like, oh, but he's like a wolf, and this one's like 3 pounds. Isn't this one a pet? And then what is that? And well, I guess that's a pet too, and if it is, it has to listen. So now I get to either work with a small dog and say, that's a pet, or this thing and say, that's a pet, because whatever they bring to me and say, this is my pet, this is it, that's a pet. So he needs to be able to stay and sit and tolerate being talked to like that.
Right now he's saying, if I can't do whatever I want whenever I want, I'm just going to lay over here.
Yeah,
I'm going to get as further away as I can.
It's been successful for him though.
Yep.
So this is a natural progression, and this is where people would absolutely stop.
Yeah.
But this is the access point to all the success in rehabilitation. His personality and her personality, it can make things harder. It can make it harder for me to then get off my butt and be serious with them. So I have a line for myself in discipline where I will be goofy with them and I will have fun, but my top priority is that I have to have control because I keep things safe. And everybody has to know that I take that seriously. And then we can have fun and be goofy. But if anybody starts going the other direction, I will drop the goofy in a heartbeat and just deal with it. And then we can go back to being goofy. That's how I find success with them and have my cake and eat it too. I can be goofy, but I have to turn like that if I need to. And you have a pack of 3. You need to turn like this. You gotta be the first one to do it. Can't let him be the first one to do it, right? So anyway, he's a pretty soft guy so far, temperamentally. He's not like a hard guy. You know, you see some dogs that are just game. Mm-hmm. And they're like, what did you say to me? I'm not seeing any of that. No. Okay, so this is just big goofball so far. So far, big goofball so far who is just disrespectful. You know? Good.
Did you see that demanding?
Oh, I know, and I'm letting it happen. You see, so they have things that they do wrong that I let happen. And I'm conscious of it though. I am conscious of it, and I say, hey, let them have an experience of being a dog in America too, a little bit. And I'm gonna have, dang right, I'm gonna have the experience of enjoying you guys, so I'm gonna, you know, but there's lines, like there's certain things you can't do and they know that, so. I like Barry, I wanna see Gary, and good. Good boy. Good boy.
Look at those teeth.
You know, and because he's over here pouting, it's like the odds of you actually finding videos like this that it's gonna be hard because a lot of this stuff is gonna be fluffed up.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna be getting him bouncing around with different motivators like earning, you know, high values and stuff. I'm talking about different stuff with him, and he knows it. He understands that I understand dogs now, right? But people don't understand. I just look like a weirdo. But this is dominance right here. I talk to him, right? He needs to give it up. If he doesn't give it up, well, he will eventually because I'm claiming it, and I'm going to be training him. So there's no doubt that he will become a follower. But if he's giving you a hard time about leading, that's the problem. It's not training. All right, training's cool. Training is cool, but that's not. You don't even need the training when you can have a better behaved dog, just out of respect. So when I put my head here and he's flopping over, he knows. That's why he put it down. I just look like I'm doing weird stuff, right? To anybody who doesn't know. He wants to be. He is. I'm not saying he wants to. He is a little bit dominant, right? But he's not really hard though, so that's good. But he is a little dominant, but. When I start to say, what did you say when he says dominant stuff? He
backs off. Yeah.
He does back off, and that's when I give him pets. So I'm gonna shape him into this. You know, I'm gonna say what I like about you. You know, this is okay, but you can't be dominant towards me. AKA, you have to listen to me. Even if it's just like one person at home or 2 people at home, those are the people you listen to, and nobody else. You have to listen to them. So if they say do it, do it. If they say don't. Okay. That's what we're getting. That's what we're gonna get in the training.
Good job.
Good boy. He's coming in slowly because he doesn't
Slow
know if I
and
want.
respectful.
That's good.
Beautiful.
He's a good baby. Look at this.
Reagan's all spiked up.
Reagan wants to tell him.
Oh, I know.
Right?
I know, but he can't.
But he can't because
Oh, I'm
of me.
sorry, Rig.
But yeah, but he so well understands his place that I trust Chris. 100. You don't need to do that. Barry's such a beautiful boy, isn't he? He's a beautiful guy.
He's so big.
He is. He's a good looking fella.